every adversity and every doubt seems like an opportunity to learn something new. So that's probably is what is keeping me going.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the sixth episode of Let's Talk Business. I am Siddhan Narwal, Vice Newsletter Head, and I have with me Shaurya Pahuja, Executive Member of Commerce Association, Shaheed Bhagat Singh College. After the first and very inspiring and insightful episodes, we are back in conversation with another successful entrepreneur, Ms.Nitu Mohanka.
Our guest for today, Ms.Nitu Mohanka, is the co-founder of Homiskool and founder of WErise, an advisory firm working with startups and SMEs to elevate their businesses. Being an experienced chartered accountant with expertise in deal advisory, corporate finance, financial planning, and accounting, she started her journey in the finance sector in 2007, where she joined the corporate world and worked in reputed companies like Tata Steel, American Express, A1, and Tupperware.
So, starting off with your entrepreneurial journey, what served you as a motivation to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, thank you for having me on this program, Shaurya and Sadan. I have, I was in corporates for a very long time. So last stint I have had with the corporates was in 2011, and then I've had it enough of it. After 2007 to 2011, then I started freelancing, and I'm not sure, I was not happy because I have been hopping jobs all over from one place to another, and I wanted to, take a break from work and see what works for me. I've tried several freelancing work, in HR, finance, income tax, whatever came my way. But honestly, it did not help me much. But when I started working with startups, I realized that, I really like working with startups. I like talking to them. I like to understand the new technology. So for me, doing the same mundane task over and over again becomes very, very, lethargic. So I need something new to do every day. So I realized this, you may call it a weakness or strength maybe. So when I realized this, I said, why not, create a business around my own strengths and weaknesses. So my strength is in communication. I have, while I was freelancing, I've made a lot of money when I was, um, communicating with people. So somehow people would, relate to me, and so that gave me a light, that why not turn my strength into a business opportunity. And that's what I did with WeRise. And WeRise is a full stack advisory firm. So we started off with that I would bring in leads, and I would have a team who would be helping me execute those projects. So right now also we have a team. Initially it was an all woman team, but somehow it didn't work out. So it's like anybody is welcome in the team now. And so yeah, that's how the whole thing started. It takes a lot of hits and trials and failures and mistakes to actually understand, but unless you work out yourself, work with yourself, actually I would say, on yourself, you would not know what are your strengths and weaknesses. And once you do that, there's no stopping you. So I think that's how the entrepreneur journey for me also began. Yeah, that, if that
Very
answers
well
your.
said.
Yeah.
That's a great journey, ma'am. So, could you share with us that how do you handle your adversities and doubts?
uh, Handle adversities and doubts. See, there's adversities and doubts every day when you are taking up something new, because I'm the kind of person who needs to keep doing something new every day. So it doesn't seem like adversity anymore. It's something, it's which is a part of life, and you should be open to it. And every adversity and every doubt seems like an opportunity to learn something new. So that's probably is what is keeping me going, because I love to know new things and learn about it, and I would go deeper and know more about it. So adversities gives me this opportunity to actually learn and grow myself. So yeah, that's that.
Ma'am, what popular entrepreneurial advice do you disagree with?
Popular entrepreneurial advice that I would disagree with, you know follow your passion. I mean, jump into it without considering much. Maybe you'd need to know the why of the things that you are trying to do. It's not that that I want to quit my job and I want to start my entrepreneurship journey. You need to know the why of what problems you are trying to solve for people. um is it valued also? So it's my passion is singing, but would I create any value by singing? And if I can, then what would be the revenue model for that? I mean, I'm a finance person. I can only think of revenue models when I would think of an entrepreneurship journey. So I would suggest that find out the purpose, the why of why you are trying to do something in entrepreneurship. And once you have figured it out that yes, you will be problem solving a bigger problem for a lot of people, then it makes sense to go ahead. Otherwise, usne bhi dukaan kholi, maine bhi dukaan khola, and we are both trying to do the same thing. Maybe it will not keep you motivated for a very long time. But if you have the purpose, it will keep you motivated. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Why can be quite a driving force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge as a college student is itself is finding your passion or finding your why.
Yeah,
So
so that, actually, that is where I think our education system has failed us, because, we are so busy studying that we forget to learn, and we forget to work on ourselves. So the school, it should prepare you for life skills, not for exams and competitions. And that's what the education system is doing right now. And I think, yeah, children at the age of 15, 18, 20, they should know what they want in life. They don't need to wait for 30, 35 years to even come across their purpose. And that for that, they need time. They need to work on themselves, make a lot of mistakes, fail a lot of time. And then, you get to know your why. That's what
yes,
I feel. I mean, I may be wrong completely, but that's how it worked out for me. So,
no,
yeah.
I'm totally agreed. So, ma'am, how do you distinguish yourself from others?
Uh, why do I need to do that? I don't need to distinguish myself with others. I'm just a human being. I just do what I love to do, and that's that. I mean, I've never considered
Like maybe in terms of your thinking or your approach to solving things?
I I see opportunity in everything somehow. I'm not sure if everyone does that, if that's what you're trying to ask, but in every, if there is a problem that comes across, I don't see it as a problem. I see it as an opportunity. So maybe if that is, something that can be distinguishing, but I'm not too sure about that. But if that answer your question.
Yes, ma'am. How do your college and school life help you to shape you as a person that you are today?
It sucked big time, honestly. Both the school and the college. It didn't help me much, honestly. So, I did my 10th, and I hated school. I just totally hated school. And 11th, 12th, and, the same rat race. And then, BCom. And I did CA. I don't know why, but I hated it as well, but I did it because, everybody else was doing it. And, and after 25 years of education, I was honestly clueless what I want to do. So I think that's a very big challenge every youth in this country is facing right now. So to answer your question, it didn't help me much, honestly.
So,
Ma'am,
ma'am, oh yeah,
well, I could not agree more, ma'am, to be honest.
exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with me, but they don't agree with my techniques of homeschooling my children. So people would, bash me left, right, center that why are you homeschooling your children? Honestly, I don't believe in the education system that India is following right now. It's just too old. We are in the internet age. Every information is available at the click of a button. I don't know why do I need to mug up, why my children need to mug up and appear for an exam and get some marks, which makes no sense to me. So hopefully this would be better for them. This is something new that we are doing and not too many people are doing, but somehow I totally feel that this is the right thing for my children. And but time will tell. Yeah.
Ma'am, so what do you do to manage stress and deal with the constant pressure?
Stress, constant pressure. See, when you're doing things that you really like to do, I mean, even stress is something that you start enjoying, that okay, chalo, ab ye zyada kaam aa gaya, and now you're in stress. But when you know that you this is the thing that you're trying to, make a difference with, and you're really enjoying doing, because it doesn't feel like work, honestly. So you stop feeling stress. You start enjoying it, actually, if you ask me. So that's the place I am at.
Ma'am, from your experience in business dynamic, what would you recommend and suggest to budding entrepreneurs out there?
I have already answered that question, I think, know your why. If you do that, ask questions to yourself that, why I'm doing something. I mean, is it helping someone? So this is again, something which school doesn't prepare us for, that you should make a living by helping others, because that is when you create value. Or if you're thinking just about yourself, कि मुझे डिग्री ले लेनी है, मुझे फिर जॉब करना है, मुझे वहां पे टॉप पे जाना है, honestly, there is a limit to that as well. So you can only reach to the top to a level, which is being defined by someone else, right? So you should start with your why, and try to create your talent and your passion into a business, but it should create value to others.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that
I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I'm not sure if it is
Ma'am,
too
you
philosophical.
are.
yes,
Ma'am, you are actually.
your answers are really really helpful. Uh, then, like, next question I'd like to ask is, if you were to recommend any book or blog or podcast to the college students, what would it be?
Some of the books that I really liked was The Goal, Critical Chain, Pitch Anything. I have read 10x Rule, The $100 Startup. So there are a lot of books that you will really like. The Goal really helps you, set your perspective on how the theory of constant works. So that is something, whenever I'm doing something, there is a process that I'm stuck on. I would always go back to the theory of constant and see what is the constant in the system. So if you have the basics correct, it might help you. Mostly that book is about manufacturing process, but it works for every single process that is there in any organization. Apart from that, Pitch Anything is a very good book that completely changed my perspective. Whenever I was marketing something or I was doing something, I was always thinking of how to push my product, or how to do sales. But Pitch Anything completely gave me a mind shift change, and it told me how to create a pull effect, and people would come to you themselves. You don't need to go to them. And it completely changed my area of work and how I work. And suddenly my the business started scaling up. So that was really helpful. 10x Rule is something which is very good. I have recently read that book, and then I have read a follow-up book on that, be obsessed or be average. But these are mostly for entrepreneurs. Yeah, that's that. I have a very big list of books I can share right now. These are the ones that are coming to the top of my mind.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what is the most important technical or soft that skill that you think person should know from the very
Empathy.
starting?
Empathy.
Empathy.
I mean, it is like really, really underrated. Empathy is something that you really need to have. You need to read the person's mind that you're talking to. Once you have that, you will have the hold of the entire situation that you are in, and you will be able to control any meeting in your favor. So empathy, I think, is really underrated, and it should be somehow talk more about. Yeah, without doubt.
Definitely, ma'am. So, although there is no fixed definition of it, but what do you consider to be success for an entrepreneur?
Honestly, success is overrated, just like empathy is underrated. Success is overrated. So for me, success is when I'm doing something and I'm happy doing it. I think that is success. So it doesn't matter what other people think. I mean, you introduced me with a saying as an I'm a successful entrepreneur. I don't know how you know that I'm successful, because if I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I'm successful. If I'm not, then it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever I do, I wouldn't be successful. So that's for me is the definition of success.
Ma'am, thank you so much for taking out time from your schedule and sharing with us your journey and experiences as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm really thoroughly obliged. Thank you for the opportunity, and I really wish you both the best in life. If you think I can help you in any way in future, I mean, I'm just a call away. I'm not sure if you have my coordinates, but I can share with you after the call, and feel free to reach out. I'll be really happy to help wherever I can.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm pretty sure that our viewers have had a lot to learn from you. And thank you, viewers, for watching this episode. And stay tuned for the next episode.
Thank you. Thank you, Shaurya and Siddhant.